Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, and today we are going to do some of those Aurora nails. I know you guys have been seeing those, so let's go ahead and get started. I'm taking Gelish foundation and I am going to apply a nice thin layer all over the nail. I do already have some of that base gel on my nail because I was doing a long correction on my nail. I really took my time, try to get the shape down, and then I realized I'm just not good at narrowing it down. I'm like, okay, this nail looks great, and I do the next nail and I have to go back to the other one because I'm like, they're two separate shapes. So I think I've just accepted the fact they are all going to be sisters, not twins. We are starting with the Aurora part of the nail, so you can actually get the good stuff in. All right, fully cured that. All right, I'm gonna take just a clear chrome. I think I got this one off Amazon, but you can get them off AliExpress. You can literally get them anywhere. I love chrome, so I'm just gonna work this in, and I kind of just like to drag it down. Again, do whatever works best for you. And I personally like to just run my finger over it ever so slightly. I'm not pushing really hard. I just want to make sure that that is in there and it's kind of like dusting it off as well. Because you're not going to want to use anything abrasive before this next part. This angel paper, you can see it has that shift that I'm looking for. So I will go ahead and cut it to size on the nail and then leaving it ever so slightly short around the nail, so it's almost like this. So it's almost like it's going to have kind of a halo effect there. Most of the nails I've seen this design on have been like short nails. I mean, not that my nails are long, but like square nails. So we'll see what this is gonna end up looking like. Pro tip, I find if you use tweezers to hold this while you're cutting, it's actually a lot easier. All right, I'm gonna take Jimmy Gel to encapsulate this. So what I'm gonna do here is I am going to place a nice small amount of that gel here, kind of in the middle. Like, I'll do the whole thing, but I'm gonna do a little bit more in the center because that is where this angel paper is gonna go. Again, just dropping a little bit extra in the center. Okay. Go ahead and grab your paper and just place it on. I'm gonna move it into position. And just push it down. Again, most of the ones I've seen aren't quite this long. So you're gonna have to bear with me here. All right. Now we are just gonna apply that slip layer. And that is going around the entire thing. So we're almost encapsulating this angel paper in the middle. Taking that bigger bead of Jimmy Gel. Walking it down the nail, and you're gonna really want to make sure you do not get any bubbles in this. So if you have bubbles, just go ahead and pop it before curing. I really think you should take the time to do that to create this nice seamless look. All right, we are gonna repeat the process. And I did cut this one a little bit thinner, because that one might have been a little bit wide. I'm hoping I don't chop it when I go to file it. So if I do, you know why. Okay. It's so satisfying. I did notice there is a couple little pieces that didn't get quite flush. So what I'm doing is I am taking that Jimmy gel and running it essentially behind the Aurora angel paper. So it is going to fill underneath instead of on top. So that is a little trick if you end up and need to put a little bit underneath it, is to essentially push it back under. Okay, I'm gonna grab on that knee, dip it over the edge, and run it down. Like I said, you're not going to want to have some bubbles here, so if you do have bubbles, pop them. Okay, a little bit more dry apex. Bubbles. Okay, and here. And like magic, we are filed and buffed. So I'm going to take this super pretty, like teal color from Madam Glam, and it is called On My Way of Applying It. So I had buffed the nail, so I didn't put anything on top, so I'm going directly in with the color. And you can see that I put most of the product down first and then pushed back towards my cuticle. And I'm going to kind of do the same for the sidewalls. I kind of wipe most of it off and then kind of let my brush like push towards the cuticle area. And I always go inward to keep most of that gel polish on the inside. I'm gonna do 2 coats, so I'm taking some of this polish off, but this is such a 1 coat coverage. Yeah. I know you see those Aurora nails. We'll get to them in a minute. We'll talk about it. There's some things that I want to mention, but I want to get this down first. All right, I want to talk, before I top coat this, I want to talk about this a little bit. I personally like my nails to feel elongated, and not that these aren't elongated, but they are definitely thicker than my other ones. And I think it is something to point out here is the reason why I think I saw them mostly on super short nails with like just the tiniest layover is because when you build out nails, you have to have like substance, and I recommend if you are going to do these on longer nails, literally take everything off the nail, put that base coat, and then do this, and you won't run into kind of what I've run into, which is a little bit thicker than I would like. It's not the end of the world. However, I did start to file a little bit into that angel paper because again, I can't have those chonky nails. So I want to point that out before we go in with a top coat. So I've seen this 2 ways. I've seen people go in with a that same pigment. You know, let's do that. Let's do the pigment. We'll do the pigment. What it essentially would look like without the chrome, this is it. Let me zoom you out. I think I still need to darken it. I think the chrome will be really good for this look and kind of almost hide the edges. I have an idea if I don't like the edge look just because, again, the way it sits on my nails is a little bit more obvious than if you were to have those super flat nails. I'm going to apply that chrome again. Organize it in there. Okay. If you're wondering what it looks like without the top coat, you can see. But the magic is when we add the top coat. All right, moment of truth here. Y'all, the pigment is too pigmented. So, I want that effect, so I'm not going to accept that. All right, so I have some of these clear foils. I'm gonna try this and see, we'll take that one, because that one's just there. So this is just, you know, clear foil glue, and we're gonna hope for the best with this one. Because I do think it needs something. Like, I don't think that leaving it like this is enough. Because it's not blend. Maybe it's the two colors I chose, but it was a teal one. So if you wanted to know what that design looked like, does anyone have any tricks on how to know which side's the right side? I think I got it right. Yeah, see, that kind of just like blends it. All right, now I want to show you why I wanted that top area. See the difference there? It just blends it completely. Well, not completely, but a lot. Also, tip with foils, you can use a wipe, and that will help you glide across your foil super easily. So much better. Okay, y'all, I was a little worried. And now we're gonna matte top coat it. No, I'm just kidding. Just kidding. Oh, just a little blending action. Doesn't get rid of the actual design. I just think it enhances it and hides my mistakes. All right, the finished look. How stinking cool is that? I just think that is so pretty. I will say I was worried until the end result. So not quite sure now, heck of a time to talk about this. This one is a lot smoother foil than this one, because when I was cutting it, again, not a good time, but you guys can go back and watch the video. The edges were a little bit more rough, and then this one was a little bit smoother. That's why I think everyone does it on super short, flat nails, because, you know, these all have apexes and curves, and even when I built these out before I did this on top, I still had a little bit of an apex. So I'm telling you, you want it to be flat, flat. And you will get a much, much better result, which I think that one definitely has that effect that you want. So, I hope you guys enjoyed, and I hope you learn from my mistakes, and it's everything you wanted. And thank you guys so much for watching. Go ahead and give this video a thumbs up and subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye-bye.